The Chicago Bears fall in Week 18, 19-16 to the Lions, but clinch the number 2 seed thanks to the Washington Commanders, who beat the Philadelphia Eagles 24-17. So it will be Bears-Packers Part 3. Perfect time to plug our FGB gear. If you go to chatsports.com/FGB, it'll take you to the collection page. But if you want to go straight for the t-shirt, chatsports.com/FGB shirt, or for the hoodie, chatsports.com/FGB hoodie. It is all available for you right there. If you're driving around, you're like, what was that link? Chatsports.com/FGB, and you'll see the hoodie and shirt. You click which direction you want to go. You'll be good to go. And whether or not you want some gear, get the FGBs going down in the comment section below. We would greatly appreciate it. Part 3, Ben Johnson said he liked beating Matt LaFleur twice per year. He's beaten him once this year. We'll see if he can beat him a third time. So kind of just mixed feelings, right? Because let's face it, for 3 quarters, the Bears played like shit today. They were trailing 16-0 entering the fourth. They were moving the ball heading into the fourth. Caleb Williams hit Jade Walker on a post route for a beautiful touchdown pass. They got a 2-point conversion, got a stop, scored again on a nice catch by Colston Loveland, and then Cole Kmet took a shot on the 2-point conversion, was able to hang on, tied it at 16. Then the Lions are driving down, and Jared Goff gets hit with an intentional grounding on 2nd and 10, so it's 3rd and 20. He goes for it all. It's tipped up, and Kevin Byard picks it off, runs it back to like the Bears' own 26, and you're like, oh my God, they're going to do it again. They're going to steal another game that they should not win, and it didn't happen. Caleb Williams threw a slant to Luther Burden. It was a little hot, but you would like to think Luther could catch that one. It fell incomplete. Intentional grounding on 2nd down after Drew Dahlman just got trucked. 3rd and 20, they pick up 15 and decided to punt heading into the 2-minute warning. Ben Johnson said during the 2-minute warning he thought about going for it, but with all 3 timeouts left, thought the defense could get the ball back. They did not. We can debate that till the cows come home. You're at your own 31-yard line. If you don't convert there, you're giving the Lions the ball in scoring range with less than 2 minutes to go. I would have at least put the offense out there to try and hard count because it was 4th and 5. If you can get them to jump, great. If not, take the 5 yards and punt. I'm willing to concede 5 yards there. I think if anything, that's the mistake. But in the end, you lost this game because for 3 quarters, you kind of came out lethargic. I think Caleb Williams had like 75 passing yards through 3 quarters, and then he ended up with 212. He went nuclear in the 4th quarter. Once again, Iceman came out, but it was too little too late. And I think it's, in some ways, I don't want to say a good thing, but maybe a learning opportunity for this team heading into the playoffs. Like, hey, yeah, we know we can come up with magic and be clutch in the 4th quarter, but, you got to start these games faster, man. That's got to be the message all week, is you can't get shut out for 3 quarters. I mean, they were lucky to be in that game. Jake Bates missed a field goal. The Lions settled for a couple red zone field goals. If they're a little sharper, you're probably down more like 27-0, not 16-0. So, in the end, you didn't deserve to win this game. But like this team has done all year, they found a way to give themselves a chance, and unfortunately, they couldn't complete the comeback. So now you focus on next week, which is the Green Bay Packers. A couple other things I want to talk about in this game. 2 injuries to monitor. 1, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I don't know if it was a head injury or an arm injury. When he was walking off, it was like, okay, is he dazed and confused or is his arm dangling? I couldn't really tell. He really struggled in coverage, and look, I give him a lot of credit. Off the street, coming in here once Kyler got hurt earlier in the year, has done some good things. But some teams have realized if you get him man-to-man against a good receiver, that's just not the best part of his game. He's not defending Amon-Ra St. Brown one-on-one. Amon-Ra St. Brown went for like $140. He makes good corners look bad. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is really a downhill safety playing nickel corner because you don't have any better options. And so you run into a matchup like this, and you get picked apart. So the good news is I don't think Green Bay has an Amon-Ra St. Brown. However, Christian Watson made C.J. Gardner-Johnson look silly a couple times. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the injury is. And if it is a concussion, will he be able to clear before the Bears playoff game, which as of filming, we don't know what day that'll be. It could be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And B, is there a chance Kyler Gordon comes back? He is eligible to be activated off short-term IR. If he's medically cleared, I'm activating him. What do you have to lose? Another soft tissue injury? You have all off season to get that straightened out. I don't know if he could be full throttle realistically, but if he could come in and play 25 snaps, I think you give it a shot because you're really struggling defensively as a whole. Now, I give Dennis Allen credit in this one. In the end, Detroit did only score 19 points, but at the same time felt like the Lions kind of left a lot out there. They had 433 yards, right? But this is the formula, right? They're going to give up yards. Can you force field goals? Can you get timely takeaways? You got one. Kind of feels like you need that second one. If they're going to beat good teams, you're probably going to have to find that second takeaway. Otherwise, unlike tonight, but like we saw last week, the Bears' offense has to be really good. And in the fourth quarter it was, but in the first three it was not. If you show up and play a piss-poor 3 quarters offensively next week, you will lose. It is that simple. So that's got to be the focus this week is we have to start faster. Otherwise, you're probably going home. If you start faster, I think the Bears could beat the Packers for a second time this year at Soldier Field. Hit that subscribe button. The Bears didn't get the dub today, but they are the number 2 seed. So subscribe today. We're trying to get to 150,000 subscribers before the wild card matchup against Green Bay. That is our goal. Appreciate all the new, long-time subscribers. However long you've been here, we greatly appreciate it. Free and daily content leading up to the playoff game. Okay, more to discuss, including another player who got banged up. Not sure if he's injured, but was on the sideline getting checked out late in the game. But first, we got to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor. That is Prize Picks. Whether you are starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. And Prize Picks lets you take control. Find your community on Prize Picks. With the new social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners and with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like us and tailor fade our picks with just one click. If you search at HGram NFL, you'll find me and my lineups right there. I did not quite connect on this 3-player lineup. Jared Goff hit the more on his passing yards easily. Kyle Monangai did not score, and Caleb Williams, despite a heroic fourth quarter, did not get more than 237.5 passing. So we'll get back on the saddle. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. DJ Moore was also getting checked out late in the game. I'm not sure if he's banged up or what. I thought I saw him go back in, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll keep an eye on that. I also, and look, it's always a balancing game with DJ, right? Last week he plays through the flu. You give him credit for that. The 2 weeks prior against the Browns and Packers, he was your best receiver. But today, 1 catch, 11 yards on that kind of deep corner off the play action. Avonte Maddox kind of bodies him and picks the ball off. Even Tom Brady was like, you would expect DJ to at least go up for that and try to make a play on it. I did not think that was a great effort. I know everybody wants to know what his future is. You got to get more out of him here and now. That's the bottom line. He can't give you 1 catch for 11 yards. And I'm not blaming it all on him. I'm just saying he's too good of a player to just disappear for stretches like this. It's the Montez Sweat conversation. He's a good player, but for what he's making, you need more production. And that's the bottom line. So we'll see if he can be more of a factor in the playoffs. We'll also see if Rome Odunze can return for the postseason. I'm optimistic on that. Not sure if DJ's banged up. I think he'll probably be fine. He's pretty tough. He's played through a lot of stuff, but I did not love that rep or that game from him today. All right, let's talk playoff pictures. So the Bears do get the 2 seed despite losing their last 2 games. Philadelphia rested starters and lost to Washington. Now the Commanders basically all backups too with how many injuries they've had. But maybe a mistake from Philadelphia because had they won, they would have gotten the 2 seed. So it's going to be Bears-Packers in the 2-7. It'll be Eagles-49ers in the 3-6. And then Panthers-Rams in the 4-5 matchup, whereas Seattle gets the number 1 overall seed. Here we go. I mean, if you told me before the season, hey, Harrison, the Bears will go 11-6, they will win the NFC North, they will get the 2 seed, and they will host the Packers in the first round, I'd say sign me up. Bring it on. Let's do it. This team has flaws. All these teams have flaws. Let's go let it rip. Let's see what happens. This team's ahead of schedule. They've had a magical season. They got things they're going to have to fix in the offseason. But that doesn't mean this team can't still do some damage in the postseason. Would I pick them to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. The defense isn't good enough. And while the offense at times is really explosive and overall is a good unit, they are kind of sporadic. They'll kind of score 2 touchdowns in a quarter, then not score for a quarter and a half. So they'll have to be more consistent there. But I'm still fired up, man. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be electric. If you have a chance to go. Don't be afraid of the moment. Don't be afraid of what if the Packers knock the Bears out. What if they do? Okay, you won 11 games, won the division, lost to Green Bay in the first round. That sucks. Would you rather have not made the playoffs? Like, you're playing, I don't want to say with house money. You want to win this game, and I think the Bears have the attitude they expect to win this game. But let's go do it, man. Bears, Packers, Soldier Field, probably on Sunday. Let's go. Let's freaking go, and let's see what happens. Who you got in this one? What's your early gut feeling? Be honest. Type CHI for the Bears. Type FGB for the Packers. One thing worth mentioning, yeah, they did rest their starters today. They've lost 4 in a row, too. Bears have lost 2 in a row, both down to the wire. Packers have lost 4 in a row. Yes, they asterisk there. They rested their starters today. Let's see. I think the Bears can win this game. If they come out a little better in the first half, I think they can win this game. So let's see if they can. Appreciate you guys for tuning into this show. A little kind of post-game breaking news hybrid episode as the Bears did clinch the number 2 seed in the NFC. My name is Harrison Graham. Subscribe. We're going to have content all week long. Busy schedule, so rock and roll with us. We'll be live tomorrow as well. Early preview tomorrow morning. Going to be electric. We got you guys covered here on Chicago Bears Now.